The Đakovo Embroidery Festival is a prominent symbol of Đakovo. Even though it was first held in 1967, it conveys the impression that it has been celebrated in Đakovo for centuries. The first Đakovo Embroidery Festival was held on 2nd and 3rd of July 1967 under the guidance of Dr. Zvonimir Benčević as a specific tourist and cultural manifestation organized as a part of the International Tourist Year under the name Folk Games of Slavonia and Baranja Đakovo Embroidery Festival. This festival was created and has survived thanks to the exceptionally strong foundations of care for folk heritage in Đakovo, which is in many respects one of the most significant centers of Croatian folklore. Care for folk heritage is one of the cultural imperatives in Đakovo, and this was particularly evident during the time of Bishop Strossmayer, when collectors of folk treasure were active. Bishop Strossmayer himself owned numerous folk handcrafts, including regional folk costumes and various folk textiles and embroidery. Each year, the Embroidery Festival brings together several thousand participants from all Croatian regions, as well as from abroad, and the visitors are free to enjoy the beauty of folk traditions, costumes, songs, dances, handicrafts, and culinary specialties. Among the eye-catching festival events, what particularly stands out is the ceremonial procession of all participants, the procession of wedding carriages and horse riders, the festival's opening and closing ceremonies, the folklore performances, the equestrian competitions, the food and music programs. The Đakovo Embroidery Festival involves the whole town, both in terms of locations and organization. Each inhabitant of Đakovo is part of the organization because every household in Đakovo and every Đakovo resident celebrates the festival. The festival's uniqueness lies in the fact that it is deeply rooted in the life of Đakovo and all the towns and villages in Slavonia. It is an event which preserves the original Croatian tradition and heritage by celebrating it, but it also breathes new life into each new festival held. The traditional Croatian culture has been preserved precisely thanks to organization of such an event. In today's world, which is full of creative and modern ideas, the Đakovo Embroidery Festival has held on to its participants and visitors, who still have the same passion and enthusiasm for tradition and heritage. The Đakovo Embroidery Festival is a manifestation of the people's way of life. It reflects the relationship between people, as well as the relationship toward nature and toward the community. Based on its hosts, location, food offer, music and hospitality, the festival is a reflection of the Slavonian man and of Slavonia, but at its core, it is a Croatian cultural, tourist and national treasure. It brings together Croatia and all generations of its inhabitants. From art, workshops for children, lectures presented by experts, original Croatian folklore pageant, presentation of food and wine, all the way to tamburica ensemble and popular music concerts. From reading rooms to town squares and parks, life and the festival are woven into everything. The quality of the program's events is ensured through year-round planning and coordination between the main organizer, the town of Đakovo, and the co-organizer, the Tourist Board of Đakovo, with key stakeholders and developers of the main and support programs. The future is ensured through the children's pageant, which motivates, involves and rewards children of all age groups through educational workshops, art competitions, literary competitions, the children's traditional art festival, etc. Lipids and horses are a key element of the tradition, heritage and life of Đakovo, as well as of the festival. In December 2022, the multinational bid of 8 countries entitled Lipids and Horse Breeding Traditions was inscribed on the UNESCO representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Breeding for the purpose of carriage, carriages, riders and carriage drivers have their well-deserved grand presentation at home in Đakovo. The local community organizes the festival, and it is in turn brought together and organized by the festival. This connection, no matter how it is described, is not exaggerated. People prepare for the festival throughout the year, everyone in their own field, and the festival is used to present what has been achieved, produced and learned. It is also used for learning for the future and for the new festivals to be held. It is an event which is not merely limited to the stage, it involves every street and every home. The program is neither accidental nor mere list of events. It is a balanced offer of education, presentation, networking and socializing. A well-conceived combination of events that preserves the ethnological, cultural and national heritage, likewise offers relaxation and enjoyment, as well as stimulates the local economy and values the work of local residents, both as individuals and as associations. For more than 15 days, the heritage and people are presented, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the latest until whenever. No one really pays attention to the clock. The program unfolds for children and adults. For the young and the slightly less young, the hosts keep offering their goods and the visitors keep arriving. Đakovo, the Đakovo Embroidery Festival and the people of Đakovo preserve the spirit of Slavonia together. They are the most beautiful image of Slavonia that you can ever imagine. This event is not organized, it is lived. Devoid of any superficiality, deeply rooted in the location and the people, the Đakovo Embroidery Festival promotes the inclusion of tradition into modernity, the inclusion of the past into the future, the inclusion of sustainable tourism into tourism in its present form. The town's inhabitants and the participants create the festival throughout the year, think about it and celebrate it. The festival is the event of the year for anyone who has visited and experienced them, met the participants, felt the rhythm of the street and wished to dance in the circle dance that few actually know how to dance properly, but everyone comes together to form a single unit, one circle in one rhythm.